The following file describes a Class 8 cognitohazardous entity and is Level 5 3000 classified. Unauthorized access is forbidden.
This audio recording of the SCP-3000 file was produced by the Foundation Media Group and created for the purposes of accessibility and posterity within the Foundation. All involved participants in the recording of this audio were amnesticized after project end. Begin file.
SCP-3000. Class Thaumiel. Site responsible, INWBKL, Site 151. Director, Kerry Eckelkamp. Research Head, David Bell. Assigned Task Force, SCP-F Eremita. Special containment procedures are as follows. The area containing SCP-3000, currently a region of the Bay of Bengal, roughly 300 kilometers in diameter, is to be routinely patrolled by Foundation naval vessels. Under no circumstances are civilians allowed to attempt deep-sea exploration or diving efforts in the quarantined area. Individuals believed to have contacted SCP-3000 are to be contained, quarantined, and processed at Site 151. Individuals affected by the anomalous properties of SCP-3000 are to be held in containment indefinitely. The Foundation's submarine SCP-F Eremita is to monitor the location of the foremost section of SCP-3000, currently located within the Ganges Fan, roughly 0.7 kilometers beneath the bay. The Eremita is tasked with carrying out the ATSAC protocol, and staffing regulations on board the vessel are subject to the guidelines of that protocol. For a full description of the ATSAC protocol, see Addendum 3000.2. There is currently no known cure for exposure to SCP-3000. As such, affected individuals should be contained and quarantined for further evaluation. Individuals stationed aboard the SCP-F Eremita are not permitted to leave the vessel except for the purposes of carrying out the necessary procedures of the ATSAC protocol. Individuals who leave the vessel without proper authorization are to be considered lost. Under no circumstances should any individual interact with SCP-3000 without authorization. Description is as follows. SCP-3000 is a massive aquatic serpentine entity strongly resembling an enormous specimen of Gymnothorax javanicus, the giant moray eel. The full length of SCP-3000 is impossible to determine, but is hypothesized to be between 600 and 900 kilometers. The head of SCP-3000 measures roughly 2.5 meters in diameter, and sections of the body proper are as large as 10 meters in diameter. SCP-3000 is typically a sedentary creature, only moving its head in response to certain stimuli or during feeding. The majority of its body is located in and around the Ganges Fan, and rarely moves at all. SCP-3000 is carnivorous, and despite its sedentary nature, is capable of moving quickly to dispatch prey. Despite its size, it is hypothesized that SCP-3000 does not require sustenance to maintain its biological functions. While SCP-3000 excretes a thin layer of a viscous dark gray substance through its skin as it consumes prey, the end result of its digestive processes is currently unknown. This substance has been classified Y909. Please refer to Addendum 3000.2 for more information. SCP-3000 is a Class 8 cognitohazardous entity. Direct observation of SCP-3000 may cause severe mental alterations in viewers. Individuals who directly observe SCP-3000, as well as any individuals within an uncertain distance of SCP-3000, experience inexplicable head pain, paranoia, general fear and panic, and memory loss or alteration. The following is an audio log from Site 151's historical records recorded by Dr. Eugene Getz about initial discovery of SCP-3000 and the effects felt therein.
The unease was felt throughout the entire crew as we descended on that first night. Whether this was due to our uncertainty at what we would discover, or something more sinister, I would not speculate. As we continued to descend, Williams began to display symptoms that struck me as being the result of a nervous breakdown, or even shell shock. When asked about it, he could not respond, stating that he thought he was missing something he could not deduce. As our descent continued, he began to act more and more erratically, at one point addressing myself as Darlene and expressing uncertainty as to the tasks he was assigned to handle. At around 0940 hours, we first observed the head of the entity. The unease was palpable now. Several other crew members complained of feeling hazy and of being uncertain what they were supposed to be doing. Captain Ritter, ever the man's man, wrote it all off as nitrogen intoxication and forced them to continue approaching the entity. When we were within 50 meters, the entity turned slowly to look at us. Even now, as I recall watching this thing coil around in the darkness, I can still hear Williams barking like a mad dog in the rear of the vessel, screaming and flailing, shouting about how he could see it in his head. Perkins and Harrison tried to restrain him, but he got free and smashed his face in against one of the portholes. He hit it so hard he cracked the inner layer of glass. The damage was bad enough that we had to surface. We tried to give Williams medical attention, but he was too far gone at that point. He had pulped himself against the glass, and despite the trauma, he still spoke briefly as he lay dying. Nobody recorded it. We didn't think to at the time, but I remember it well enough. He said, "There's nothing, nothing, nothing." By the time we had reached the surface several hours later, Williams was dead. At the time, I didn't think much about what he had said. I supposed it was just the ravings of a madman, driven to insanity by the depths. But even now, I can still see the eyes of the creature. I see it hanging there in the darkness, illuminated by a light I cannot source. And I feel the lingering dread that Williams must have felt that night in the submersible as he was overcome by whatever void that foul thing slithered out of.
Discovery. SCP-3000 was discovered in 1971, shortly after 2 Bangladeshi fishing boats and 15 fishermen were reported missing after drifting near the Indian coast. As the country of Bangladesh had only been recently established at the time and had been subject to significant political persecution on the part of Pakistan, this incident received high-profile media attention due to fears that it was a result of foreign aggression. Local coastal dispatch units could not locate the missing boats, fueling further media hysteria. Foundation researchers stationed in Calcutta, now Kolkata, drew similarities between this disappearance and another incident 2 years earlier. A thorough search aided by Marriott Pashler counters revealed the location of the 2 boats, as well as an unknown, previously undiscovered mass deep below the surface of the Bay of Bengal. Further investigation by Foundation divers discovered the existence of SCP-3000. The area was quickly secured, and current containment procedures were put in place in April of 1972. The ATSAC protocol was adapted in October of 1998. Addendum 3000.1, Initial Contact Exploration Log. Note: the following is the audio log taken during initial deep-sea diver contact with SCP-3000. Until this point, no Foundation diver had come within 300 meters of SCP-3000. Divers were tasked with assessing the creature and determining the source of the thick gray fluid that had been observed floating around its head. Dive team was composed of 3 members of MTF Orion 9 Kingfishers, led by MTF-09 Alpha. Launch point was through the airlock of the Foundation submarine SCPF Stravinsky. All divers were equipped with high-pressure suits, as well as front-facing headlamps. Additionally, a tether was connected to MTF-09 Alpha, which was then connected in a T shape out to both Bravo and Foxtrot.
All right, Command. We're situated in the airlock and ready to roll.
Confirmed. Go ahead and sound off.
Orion 9 Alpha, check.
Orion 9 Bravo, check.
All right, men. We're in position about 500 meters from the head of this creature. Make sure your tethers are on good and tight. We don't want any of you getting separated out there.
What's our visibility like down here today?
Stand by. About 3 meters.
So it's dark as fuck. Got it.
Why are we so far out?
The size of this thing is hard to comprehend, and it's wrapped up in itself in several places. We can't get too close because there's too much body there. The entity hasn't moved in about 3 weeks.
It hasn't moved at all?
Affirmative. It moves slightly with the currents down here, but nothing more than that. If it weren't for the head movement that was observed by the first submersible team, we probably wouldn't know if it was alive or not.
That's reassuring. All right, tethers are tight. Flood the chamber.
Confirmed.
I'm good.
It's fucking cold. Hopefully we won't be out for long then. Turn on your lights, boys. Here we go.
Hey, Alpha. Maybe this is a bad time to ask, but I can't remember how to turn on my lamp and...
Foxtrot, your lamp is already on.
What did you call me?
Your designation, Mulhaney. Foxtrot.
I'm Foxtrot, boss.
Hang on, what are you talking about?
I don't understand what you mean by designation.
It's your goddamn call sign, Foxtrot. What do you mean?
Who's Foxtrot?
Shit, hang on. I was gonna say something. Barry, are you still there?
Stand by. Go for command.
We're having a little trouble out here. I'm not sure. We seem to have some confusion over, designations. And I'm not sure where we're going.
Where exactly are we?
God, do you guys feel that? I've like needling in my brain, something.
Dive team, be advised that we believe you may be experiencing some detrimental cognitive effects. Keep moving forward and we'll give you more information as we receive it.
Noted. Command, be advised that Foxtrot has a terrible headache. I think... Are we going in the right direction? We can't see out here.
You are roughly 150 meters from the head of the entity, Alpha. You should be getting a visual soon.
Command, I don't see anything. Where are we?
Where are we?
We're almost there. Dive team, be advised. We're picking up movement from the entity on radar.
Barry, I don't see anything down here. What is it we're
All I
supposed to
can
be
see is
looking for?
darkness. There's a chill, foul wind blowing, pushing me towards a bridge
Shut
I
up,
can't
shut up,
see.
shut up!
On the edge
Command,
of the
Bravo is
mountain, inches
unresponsive,
from a
requesting immediate cessation of mission.
Wait a second.
There's a sickness in my mind that I know can't be cured.
What are you saying?
Beyond me is only blackness.
Dive team, we're going to pull you back in immediately. We have reason to believe that you are experiencing the effects of cognito hazard. It's not safe for us to continue this mission without counter-memetic strategies in place. Dive team, something is moving toward you. Repeat, something is moving toward you. Prepare to return to the airlock immediately. Repeat, get back to the airlock.
What are you both doing?
And only the heel remains.
Alpha, Bravo, Foxtrot, do any of you hear us?
Ness.
Oh, thank God. Bravo, you need to speak up. We can't...
Sure.
Something has bound up the winch between you and us. We can't...
It's opening its mouth.
It's so dark.
Where am I? What are
Barry?
we?
How can it be? I shoveled dirt into your
Swim now,
grave and
get away,
held your
there's only
wife as she
darkness.
cried.
Swim!
Foxtrot, Alpha, Bravo, talk to me, stay calm, what's happening?
It ate him, fuck, he's gone. It took him whole. God damn it, Bravo, what are you doing?
Who's Bravo? I don't know who Bravo is.
Cut the fucking goddamn tether, Bravo, it's pulling us in! Bravo! Can you hear me? Cut the fucking tether!
Alpha, Bravo, do you copy? Alpha, Bravo, do you copy?
This is Bravo. I'm floating in the dark. I still think I can see shapes moving through the fog, but they're hard to make out. I cut my tether. Like Alpha wouldn't. I think he's gone. I don't see his light anymore.
Acknowledged, we're coming to...
Let me think for a second. Cognition, this thing, it doesn't work around it. Your brain can't form thought. It hurts. It's like dying.
Bravo, do you have eyes on the entity?
It's in my head, guys. Coiled up in there, like a snake. It's like something about it says. It's like I can see it just in front of me. It's not doing anything. It isn't moving. Just hanging there with its mouth open. I think it's. That fluid is seeping through the skin around its head. Just looking at the stuff is making me like the room is spinning. I feel nauseous. My head isn't working right. There's an abortion under another in the Wait, this is wrong. That wasn't me. Who said that? I'm gonna collect a sample. Just hang on.
Bravo, we're going to send out a crew to get you. Just hold on.
Oh no, don't do that. You have to be trained not to feel the things I'm feeling into you. Well, maybe it will anyway. Who knows? I got a sample. I'll attach it to one of those little balloons. It'll float up to the surface. You'll be able to get it later. Don't spend too much time around that stuff. It doesn't...
Bravo?
I think I'm dying. I just want to get away, but don't send anyone else out here. It's so dark.
Bravo?
Over the next half hour, the SCPF Stravinsky attempted to approach 09 Bravo with no success. Command continued to attempt to communicate with 09 Bravo, but Bravo grew increasingly unintelligible before eventually going completely silent. Bravo's radio stayed active over the next 3 days, and intermittent breathing could be heard until the radio ceased functioning.